Hello, how are you? Thank you for being here with me today. Welcome back. Um, we talk about some Indian philosophy maybe, okay, later on, and then we talk about copium transfer, and um, and then the first thing we will talk about degree of freedom, okay. All right. But before that, let's chat a little bit, okay? Oh man, so last weekend I worked, right? So today was today still is. It's like 11. I came home early, okay? I got some permission from my superiors, and they graciously let me leave early today because I worked like overworked, so my brain just stopped working. Okay, my have you ever got that experience where you feel your brain is fried? That's how I felt. Like 3 o'clock p.m. today. Okay, so my superiors let me go. Because I worked over the last weekend. Oh my goodness. So I enjoy working, but my brain needs a break, right? Because I'm only human, and but I'm not sick. I it's smoker's cough. Okay, so okay, yeah, and also here and there I make small mistakes too, right? When I work, but everybody makes mistakes, so it's okay as long as you try not to repeat it, and you learn a lesson from it, and you make up for it. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about mistakes. Okay, in the eyes of humanology, every human being, no matter how heinous crime it may be or immorality it may be, we are all innocent. Everybody, including Adolf Hitler. Okay, so in the eyes of humanology, every human being is innocent because everything. One of the key foundation of humanology is Bible. Okay, so uh, you may not like Bible, you may not like Christianity. I'm okay with that. Okay, because when I read Bible, there are many things that I don't like. Okay, I read Bible 3 times, and there are things in Bible that I really don't like, both in New and Old Testaments. So I'm a critical reader. I don't just accept Bible just because it's Bible. I don't. There are things in New and Old Testament that I really don't like. But so there could there are things I like, things I don't like in Bible, but there are more things that I like in Bible. So like simple summation. If you I like 95 things in Bible and I don't like 5 things in Bible, we have net sum. Okay. Yeah. So in sum, I like Bible. Okay. Things that they're yeah. Okay. So um it's kind of like this in everything. It's about positive copium, negative copium. You sum it up, right? I think we talked about this in in the context of romance market, where in the eyes of women, I'm talking about single women. I may have some good qualities. I dress nicely. Right now I'm at home. Okay, it's like 11 p.m. because I took a long nap after I came back from work a little bit earlier today, like 3 o'clock, 3:30. Yeah, I ate and I fell asleep. Okay. And so I woke up at what 11 p.m. and anyway, so romance market. Okay, me and other girls, I may have some good qualities like I dress up nicely. I look decent. For an Asian, okay, it's just a joke. Racial. I like racial joke. Okay. Yeah, I look decent. Uh, okay, and I'm sorry. It's just a joke. Okay, so but I think Asians should take care more, more take more care of their appearance. I'm talking about Asian Americans. Okay, I think they should put more care on their clothing and stuff and their hairstyle maybe. Okay, because there's this Asian stereotype where Asians kind of like sleazy, not very stylish. But it's all yeah. There's something they need to improve upon. Okay, so it's not. I guess it's more than a joke. Okay, it's more like a criticism. Okay, so I mean Asians are not ugly. They just need to put more time and effort on toward their style, like what kind of clothing they put on. I'm not talking about I mean, expensive like brand name, design name kind of stuff. No, I go to like mostly like Walmart or secondhand, thrift store. Okay, because I don't have money to buy expensive things. Okay, this new job that I got, I pretty much make the same money when I was a computer programmer and average American salary. Okay, what level is it? Yeah, I guess you have to look it up. It's kind of so I'm not gonna tell you how much money I or how little money I make. Okay, it's just average American salary level because I looked it up. It's about that. Okay. So yeah, I have some good qualities like but I got no money, so that's why I'm not popular among single girls, because I'm only talking in the context of romance market. I have many female friends, and they love me, and I love them, but they're all married, okay, and typically they are older than me too, okay. So they are, yeah, but in the romance market, like single women, they don't want to date me at all because uh, I have moral integrity. To me, morality is more important than anything, including my life or anybody's life. Okay, morality. Okay, so maybe not other people's life. Yeah, more than my life. Okay, I can say that because moral integrity is to me more important than my own life because I am a Christian. I believe in afterlife. Do I believe in afterlife? Where it's more like I wish there is afterlife because I wish I go to heaven after I'm dead. Okay, I wish. But do I actually believe in it? I guess I'm ambivalent. I like half and half. Just the way I feel about abortion. I'm kind of half and half. I'm not pro life or pro choice. Kind of in the middle, okay? In terms of like gayism, marijuanaism, yeah, marijuanaism, yeah, I guess. I think medical marijuana is fine, okay? Because marijuana is a plant, and all other medicines like opioid from poppy flower, right? Yeah, all like penicillin, or they're all from other organisms, like mostly plants. Okay, some from fungus, some from bacteria. Okay, all those medicines, Western medicines, yeah, they're mostly from plants. You know, aspirin. I think penicillin is from bacteria. I'm not sure. I used to know. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So and all those Western traditional Western medicines like aspirin, penicillin, they all have side effects. Opioids, they also have side effects. Okay, and opioids, yeah, it's has been used as a painkiller for a long time in the Western medicine traditionally, prescribed medicine. It's from a plant, and yeah, opioid, yeah, it can get you high, it can be addictive. So marijuana is just like that, okay? But opioid, opioid, yeah, opium, they are controlled substance, controlled medicine. So I think marijuana should be the same way. It should be because opioid have one set of side effect, and marijuana have another set of side effect. Okay, so depending on what your physiology, your anatomy, your body comfort, your genetics, you are more susceptible and vulnerable to one side effect than another side effect. Okay, so for example, if you cannot handle like constipation, then you should not take opium as a painkiller. Probably the better painkiller for you is marijuana, because marijuana does not cause constipation while opioids do. And if you cannot handle constipation, and if maybe you are old, then marijuana is better for you, because let's say you are retired, then and you cannot handle constipation, then marijuana is better painkiller to prescribe to you, because you are retired, so it's not too necessary that you learn a new thing, because you're already old and you are retired, so you don't have to learn new things. Then short-term memory loss is not too bad for you. It's more acceptable than having a constipation from opioid. Okay, so it's all relative. But what I'm opposed is marijuana use as a recreational use, because mostly young people do that stuff. Okay, recreational marijuana, and that is not good. That's not okay. Young people should never smoke marijuana. I mean, in terms of recreational use. Yeah, medical marijuana again, I think it's okay, but recreational marijuana, I know that's not okay, because no matter how old or young you are, recreational marijuana should not be allowed, because you have to learn new things, okay, as much as possible. I'm talking in the eyes of humanology, okay? Okay, so it's a theory. You may agree or disagree with me, but you don't have to hate me just because you disagree with me. We can still be friends, okay? We talked about this before. Husband and wife, how many times do they agree? They fight all the time, right? They disagree all the time, but they're still together. They still love each other. Okay, friendship even more so, because you are not living 24/7 together. You're friends. You meet what, several times a week as a friend. You talk to each other several times a week as friends. Yeah, it's not like your husband and wife. So even more so, yeah, it's okay that two friends then disagree and still be friends, right? That's normal. That's life. No two people agree 100%, because we all have individuality. Okay, There's something we're going to talk about later. Individuality, um, degree of freedom. Okay, so even two twins, they disagree sometimes. Identical twins, they disagree sometimes. Okay, I know because I have some identical twin friends. Yeah, they do disagree sometimes. Why? Because yeah, they have identical genetic makeup, but do they look the same? No, they even look different too. Why? Because human being is half physical and half the other half metaphysical. Two identical twins, even if they grew up in the same household by same biological parents, they have different experiences. Why? Because they're two different individual identical twins. You know, they are not always together. They do their own things. So they meet different people. They're in different spaces. Okay, so they experience different people, different things, different animals, different plants, and different concepts. They're exposed to different concepts because identical twins, like person A, person B, they go to web, they go to get to visit different websites, or they get to read different books. They get to watch different TV shows and movies. They get to listen to different songs by different recording artists. Okay, different musicians. They're exposed to different concepts. Okay, so yeah, they're two different people. They think differently and they feel differently, and their personalities are different, and eventually they become different people and they look different. If you have friends of like identical twins, you know how to tell between them, person A and person B. They do look different. Okay, so because we have physical genome and metaphysical genome. Okay, we talked about genes, metagenes the other day, right? So okay, back to romance market. So I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about romance market. Okay, so I just observe people what they do. When I go to bar, when I go to clubs, I used to watch people doing this courtship behavior. I used to observe people how guys approach girls and how girls react. So I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about in general, the majoritarian. Uh, it's not a trend. It's the truth. It's something that never changes. Guys like young, slender, healthy women because that's product of evolution. It maximizes the chance of reproduction. Young and healthy women. Healthy meaning you're slender. Okay. The obesity, what it does is it causes inefficiency. If you're obese, then you cannot wash yourself very well because you cannot reach other parts of your body because you're just too big. Okay, and also your body is now inefficient because you have extra layer of fat. Again, there are big animals in evolution. We talked about this before, like giraffe, elephant, hippopotamus, hippos, big animals, right? But they have evolved to have this such a big size, like bears. Bears have a lot big fat layer, okay? Huge, thick fat layer, like bears. At the end of the fall, I mean, if they have enough food, right, to survive this long hibernation. So yeah, or okay, pigs. Wild pigs are very lean. They're not fat. It's the domestic pigs that have a lot of fat layers. But wild pigs, feral pigs, like hogs, they're very lean. Okay, because they run all the time. They exercise. Okay, and they eat mostly like lean vegetables, like grass and whatnot, roots of plants. lean animals, fantastic animals. So yeah, but big animal, hippopotamus, like giraffe, elephant, they have evolved through for hundreds of thousands of years to have that kind of big size. And Earth, this planet Earth used to have dinosaurs, right? Big animals. They have evolved through hundreds of thousands of years to reach that big size. So their musculoskeletal structure and this bones and joints structures have evolved so that they can support such big weight. We human beings, we have evolved for hundreds of thousands of years too, but obesity has the history of several decades only in the West. Okay, so obesity has the product of industrial evolution, agricultural evolution, technological evolution. Thanks to industrial technological evolution, we get to sit all day every day. The only time we walk is from our house to our car, and from our cars to our office. That's the only two times. Okay, four times we walk. Other than that, we just sit down in the couch, in the kitchen chair, office chair, all day every day. We just sit and lie down. So we are more static because yeah, we walk to our car, walk from our home to our car, and then we from our car to our office, then from office to our cars from cars to back to home. That's the four times we walk a day. That's it. We don't move. We use remote control. You know, back in the 80s, we didn't have remote controls, right? So we walk to the television and switch the channel or turn it on and off. We have remote control, so we sit there in the armchair or your couch, my couch, and even the construction workers nowadays, they just push the button like nail gun. You don't use hammer. Use nail gun. You don't use axe. You use chainsaw. Okay, so it's just trigger. You move one finger instead of the whole arm, right? Mostly, right? And then I'm exaggerating a little bit, okay? And yeah, they sit behind the wheel in the construction. You know, you have cranes, and you don't use the shovel and shovel or this pig whatnot. You just use the crane. You sit behind the wheel. Technological evolution, okay, industrial evolution, everything motion do it for us. So we are physically inactive, less active, okay. So we move less, meaning we use less calorie. So our body is like a box, okay. Less is going out, but more is coming in. Smaller consumption of energy, okay, and bigger consumption of bigger intake of energy, thanks to agricultural revolution. We have more food now. There's no starvation. Smaller outgoing energy, which is negative copium. Larger positive copium, okay. Larger, more food like sugar and fat, agricultural revolution. So this is agricultural revolution. In the agricultural revolution, industrial revolution, okay. We have less labor, more food. We move less, the more food. The humanology is all about dualism, okay? So plus, minus, yin and yang, okay? Okay, so yeah, so more energy, less consumption of energy. That's why we are fat, okay? I am guilty of this too. I for the past several weeks I've been eating like hazelnut spread, chocolate hazelnut spread and peanut butters and potato chips, and then I can see the difference. I'm getting more belly fat. I don't like it. Okay, I love the taste, but I don't like the look of my belly fat. It has this ugly bulge. I hate it. Okay, so I stop eating those high sugar, high fat, yummy food. Okay, because I've been working overtime. I got used to new job, so I'm kind of like growing up like a child, but still, I observe some difference in my belly, more fat in my belly. Oh, I hate that look. Okay, so I stop eating those things. Okay, so should you. Yeah, so the industrial revolution, technology, agricultural, revolution. It happened over past centuries, couple of centuries, and obesity has been the majoritarian thing in the West, not just America, Europe too. In the West for the past decades. 50 years ago, 5 decades ago, Americans used to be very lean. Okay, your parental, your grandparental, great grandparental generation. Just look at the black and white photos after World War II in 1945, right? Was it? Yeah. They all look like movie stars, Americans in 1945 and 1950s. They all look like movie stars, okay? They all lean, mostly. That was the majority. Majority of Americans in 1950s, 1960s, 1970s used to be very lean, slender. Women slender body, men masculine. Back in those days, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, America, United States, they were all stylish. There were no gays, no lesbians. I'm talking about majoritarian. They were okay, majority mainstream. There were no tattoos, no piercings. Okay, no marijuana. And back in those days, they used to drink whiskey. They used to drink alcohol. There was no stigma of drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes. All look back all the way 1950s, 60s, 70s America. Okay, that's the America that I really like. Yeah, there were problems of racism and stuff, but still, what did African Americans did back in those days? They produced, they proved themselves through music, through dancing. That's what started to change all these racial dynamics, because white people in America back in those days, they realized these black people, they have talents. They have talents. They're great musicians. They're great dancers. Okay, so that's what got rid of racism in America. Okay, so because white people in America back in those days start to appreciate, start to realize blacks are very very smart people. They have a different set of talents, music and dancing, and also athletics. In sports. Okay, like football, baseball, basketball. They were all invented by white people, and but then black people came in and they excelled. They exceeded. Okay, white people who invented those sports. Okay, golf. and all the like boxing, they were all invented by Europeans, white people. Okay, but black people went in there and they turned out to be better than white people in those things. Musical instruments like guitar, piano, drums. Yeah, white people invented those things. Okay, I mean the kind of rock and roll kind of Western instruments. Yeah, there are Asian, Indian instruments. We'll talk about that later. Okay, but just all this rock and roll, these Western instruments. Yeah, white people invented them, but it turned out that black people are better at those things. Okay, dancing. Yeah, white people, black people, Asian people, they have their own dancing styles, but black people, they're just better dancers, okay? But black people, maybe, probably black people are better in the bedroom too, okay? Probably black people have the best uh, black men or black women, I don't know. Probably they're the best bedroom performers, okay? Because they're just physically superior people. Black people, yeah, they're just dancing, be it dancing, singing, and uh, sports, or in bedrooms. Yeah, black people, that's, I think they're just better performers, okay? Uh, yeah, because black people, they are more like physically endowed people, okay? They have just better muscle, okay? And also probably better skin too. They're just healthier people, okay? Black people, black race, Africans, African Americans, or African Europeans. Better dancers, better musicians, better dancers, better athletes, okay? They're physically they're just more have better genes than Asians, than white people, than Middle Easterns. They're just physically superior or artistically superior too. Okay, so they, I'm talking about 99%. There are exceptions, okay, 1% exceptions. So African Americans, yeah, I've seen very smart. I mean, academically smart. You know, there are a lot of doctors and lawyers who are African Americans. Okay, but in classrooms, in colleges, graduate schools, it's mostly whites, Middle Easterns, or Asians, okay, or Indians. You know, South. By India, I mean South India, South Asia, like India, not American India, American native, but India in Asia, okay. That's what I mean by Indians, okay. So American Indians is confusing term. It's better call them American natives, okay. They're more like Asians. By Asian, I mean like China, Korea, Japan. Okay, Far East Asia, like people like me with squinted eyes, kind of like squinted eyes, and you know, kind of flat face. That's what I mean by Asia or Asians. Indians, I mean South Asia Indians. Okay, India. Okay, like Nehru or Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so let's take a break, okay? Let's take a break. It's been 30 minutes, so. Okay, we are back. So, um, so many. It's been a while since we did this. So many things to talk about. So it's not necessary that you see me as an American. That's fine. If you don't want to see me as an American, I'm not gonna hold that against you. I have foreign association. I spent nearly half of my life in South Korea, so and I have thick accent, and I'm more conservative. There are American conservative too, but I tend to be more conservative than most Americans. So if you think I'm Korean, that's fine. Okay, just whatever. I would not be offended by that. I love Korea. Okay, I love every country. Okay, not just Korea. It's just happened to be a place I didn't choose it. I did not choose to be ethnically Korean. I didn't choose my parents, my race. Nobody get to choose their race. Okay, I heard about this guy who just tattooed his entire skin in black. Or this, I'm not sure what race he is. Probably he's a white guy. I don't know. And I heard about this woman, white woman, who just tanned her entire skin to look more like a black person. But you cannot change your race. It's something you're born with. Okay. It's just like gender. You cannot choose your gender. You don't get to choose your gender. Okay. You just become a freak, a weirdo. Okay, by doing all that stuff. So yeah, I don't like women tanning their skin, no matter what their race is, because it's part of your identity, your gender, your race. Is part part of your physical identity and also metaphysical identity as well. Your gender composition, your race composition. Just so yeah. Now there's this toxic liberalism where you reject, object everything that is old. That's wrong. Okay, that's wrong kind of okay, there's this power outage. Okay, let's light up some candles. We're gonna continue. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll light up some candles. I have lighter because I'm a smoker. Okay, we'll grab some candles. Okay, it's kind of interesting. Okay, we get grab some flashlight and stuff. Okay. Alright. Alright. Flashlight. We have some candles. Okay. This is interesting. So my I'm recording all this in the laptop. Okay. So my laptop has battery. You know. Okay. Is it good enough? Very interesting. Okay. I want to use the blackboard, but oh well, whatever. Yeah, the camera is kind of choppy and grainy. That's what happens in the kind of darkness. Whatever. You can see me enough, well enough. So hopefully the power comes back soon. But probably not because it's midnight now. Okay, so but at least you can hear my sound recording, so that should be good enough. Okay, so in the next break, I'm gonna grab another candle. Okay, so yeah, I have candles. I don't get to use it very often because I don't get no dates. Okay, Oh boy. So I hope the sound recording is not choppy. Probably not. I think it's mostly visual because light is more like visual rather than audio. So I'm guessing audio doesn't get affected by this darkness. Yeah, without darkness there is no light. Okay, so uh, metaphysical analogy, whatever. Without evil there is no goodness. Okay, without devil there is no angel. Okay, without villains there is no hero. Without evil, more immorality, there is no saints. Okay, it's all difference that makes the difference. Okay, yeah, it's again, it's a good and bad, good and evil. So humanology is all about dualism. Okay, it's a constant theme. Like you have substance and form, right? Substance level, there's this concept of dualism, and they're all different forms, all different superficial diversity variation of that same concept of dualism. Night and day, weekday, weekends, summer and winter, all that stuff. Okay. Long term, short term, okay. King and sovereign, parents and kids, husband and wife, men and women, whatever. Okay, yin and yang. So, in the romance market, yeah, evolution. Okay, why are obese people unhealthy? Because the history of obesity is just a couple of decades. It's not traditionally American thing or Western thing. No, it's something that only has a couple of decades of history. So our human body haven't evolved enough to long enough to adjust to that increased weight. That's why obese people have all these medical issues like bones and joints and back pain, muscle pain, musculoskeletal pains and diabetes, heart problem, heart attack, all that stuff. Okay, so obesity is not good. Okay, so for our human palate, the taste buds, they haven't evolved to dislike sugar and fat either. Okay, so I'm trying to, humanology is trying to drive this new evolution or revolution so that you develop this negative appetite for sugar and fat so that you don't like sugar and fat, at least in the metaphysical level. Humanology is trying to drive, want to be the wants to be the driver of evolution or revolution. Okay, we should reject sugar and fat, and we should embrace more exercise. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the prescriptive moral rule that humanology is advocating for. Okay, so but we talked about this problem of obesity many times, so let's just leave it at that. Okay, back to the romance market. We haven't even gone through any of these three agendas here. We're just doing the preliminary stuff. Items out of agenda. So the kind of new job that I have is more like paper push. Okay, paper push office kind of work. I deal with a lot of papers. Okay, paper push kind of job, office job. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I enjoy something new. Okay, so but when I was a computer programmer, which I really loved at first, but it's been just too long, 2 decades, and I'm a nomadic person, so I have to move around different professions. So that's why I switched over to this new profession, and then. But at first, I enjoyed computer programming greatly, because it was something new to me. I decided to major in computer science because I knew nothing about computers. Okay, and also it was a great job. It was back in late 1990s and early 2000s. Okay, so I knew nothing about computers, something new to me. So I worked overtime during the weekends. You know, I loved computer programming 20 years ago. Okay, so but it's been too long. That's why I moved over. Okay, I have nothing against computer programming. Okay, if you do computer programming for your life, yeah, yeah, I respect it. I appreciate it, and I admire it. Okay, your commitment. Okay, your dedication. It's great profession. Okay, so yeah, I used to do everything digital. No papers. But nowadays, I do a lot of paperwork, paper push. I make about the same money as before, okay? But it's something new, that's why I enjoy it, okay? So, um, romance market, okay? So, we talked about this before, okay, many times. So, we'll just go over briefly. Women want money, okay? Men want a young, healthy woman. That's product of evolution, okay? Women because they get pregnant and they get disabled by pregnancy, okay, because it's physical level. You get pregnant, you cannot move around very much. You are carrying a fetus, a baby in your belly. So being a mother is one, probably the single most important job. Being a mother, motherhood, okay, because there's a future generation of humanity. Giving birth, getting pregnant, giving birth, and then raising a child. Single most important job for humanity. Okay, I admire that courage. I appreciate the pain of giving birth and getting pregnant and all that stuff. Yeah, it's I appreciate that because I have a mother, I have sisters, I have aunts, grandmothers. Okay, so I appreciate, I admire their courage and their diligence, dedication. Yeah, that's the single most important job in the world. I'm not a feminist, okay, but I appreciate women. I love women, okay. All the mothers in the world, okay. That's why we are here. We were all born by mothers, okay. Men, we guys, we don't get to take those pain. Yeah, yeah, fathers, I appreciate them too. They work hard to feed, to bring the bread, food to the table. Because that's why I don't want to get married. I don't want to be a father. I don't want to have children because I make average American salary and I pay my bills and there's nothing left. I don't have any disposable income. Okay, I get to pay my bills. That's it. I break even. Okay, I have no debt, but I have no surplus either. Okay, I cannot afford to feed my wife and children. I just don't make that kind of money. Okay, I pay for myself and that's it. Nothing is left. Okay, so uh, because I don't want to work that much. I'm not a workaholic. I'm more laid back. I would rather work less and make less. Okay, it's just me. Okay, but I do appreciate people who get married and have children because I love children. Okay, they're beautiful. Okay, yeah, no matter what race they are, yeah, children are beautiful. Okay, but I do think white children are yeah, I have seen beautiful, beautiful Asian babies, Hispanic babies, and African American babies or Middle Eastern babies. Yeah, they're all beautiful. Okay, but white babies, Caucasian babies, they tend to be, I think they are more beautiful than other races, okay, in terms of visual aesthetics, okay, because they have blue eyes, blonde hair, or red hair, purely white skin. There's something unique. You cannot see that in anywhere else. Only in the white race. You see white skin, blue eyes, green eyes, blonde hair, and red hair. That's uniquely Caucasian. Caucasian is very unique race. Okay, that's worthwhile to preserve. And we ethnic guys, we love white girls. Okay, because we, the rest of us guys, 80% of human population, we all have brown eyes, brown skin, and black hair. Just Asians, Africans, Middle Easterns, Indians, Hispanics. We're all browns, okay? But 20% of humanity is just white. It's minorities race. We have to preserve and protect this white race because if I marry a white girl, our children will be just like me. Brown eyes, brown skin, brown hair, okay? So white race is very vulnerable and very minority, okay? So we have to preserve and protect this uh, species because it's on the verge of extinction because we, 80%, the majority race, Asians, blacks, Middle Easterns, Indians, we guys, we 80% of men are after 20% of world women, minority women, and we marry them, and then our children will be just ethnic like us, brown eyes, brown skin, brown hair. So white race will be wiped out of the earth. They are on the verge of extinction. Okay, that's why humanology advocates for anti-ultra interracialism. Ethnic men should never marry or have sex with slender, beautiful, young, fertile white women because we want to preserve that white beauty gene. Okay, blonde hair, blue eyes, green eyes, red hair. It's worthwhile to preserve, okay, because it's beautiful to everybody, okay. So, but in the okay, romance market, yeah. So I'm not rich. Women need money. I'm not blaming them. They need it because they get pregnant. So if I am married with wife and kids, I should be making 3 times more money than I make. Let's say I make $50,000 a year. I pay my bills. That's it. $50,000 a year. That's just one person. Okay. If I marry, I have wife and children, wife and a child. 3 people I need to feed. $150,000 a year. I don't think I will ever make that kind of money, like 6 digit figures in my life. I don't think so. Okay, because I don't want to work that hard. And yeah, I make all this filming, these videos, but that doesn't make any money. Okay, probably I will never get to see the light in the day. I'm 40 years old now. Probably I will live to 80 years, 80 or 90, and I don't think I will ever get famous. Okay, probably I will die just like a ordinary average person without being famous, without making it big. I probably just die alone and nameless, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I'll be very grateful to God that I managed to live 80 years, 8 decades, 9 decades, almost a century without dying alone, without death at the early age. I would be very grateful to God. I'm still trying to be famous because I think fame is a great tool to be to for my purpose and goal and wish to save people, to make people better, to make the world a better place. But if God does not give me that, that's okay with me too. I'll be grateful that God gave me life and get to talk like this in the candlelight at the power outage in Alaska in September 2018. Okay, so it's been 1 hour. So, okay, let's almost 1 hour. Romance market. Okay, I'm not popular guy because I have no money. I stick to morality, and morality makes me an extreme minority, a powerless person because I am against gay marriage. I'm against transgender surgery or bathroom. I'm against recreational marijuana. I'm against tattoos and piercings. Okay, that makes me extreme minority, powerless, the least powerful, the most powerless. You see the dualism? Okay, powerless, powerful. So yeah, that makes me very powerless, minority. I'm Asian male. Physically, that makes me minority. But metaphysically, I'm making myself even more of a minority, even more powerless because I am anti-gayism, anti-marijuanaism, anti-tattoo piercism, anti-sugar fatism, anti-plastic surgeryism, anti-marijuanaism. So women hate that. They despise those moral rectitude, uprightness. Women hate that stuff. The only thing women care about is money, power, and fame. That's why Donald J. Trump, Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, all these big time married men with a lot of money, power, and fame, women get turned on. They are willingly have sex with them, although even those women are married. It's biological thing. They get turned on. They just feel attracted to these powerful men who are married. It doesn't matter whether herself is married or he is married. If he is powerful man, she want to have sex with him because it's a biological evolutionary thing. She get turned on. She get horny when she sees those powerful men. It's biology, it's evolution, okay? And those men, they are biological beings too. When they see young, attractive, healthy, slender women, they want to have sex with her, okay? He doesn't care whether he's married or she's married. They just want to have sex when she's young and healthy, slender, or he's rich and powerful. It's a biological thing, okay? Me, I have no power, I have no fame, I have no money, so no women want me. Okay, my morality, moral aspiration, ethics, it makes me even less popular because it makes me less powerful. It makes me more minority. Okay, so but I am willing to sacrifice my happiness for the sake of Jesus, God, Bible, morality, ethics. Okay, so yeah, I don't like being single. I want to have a girlfriend, but if the lack of girlfriend is what it takes to achieve morality, ethics, righteousness, then I'm willing to accept that pain of being single. I'm okay with that. Okay, I got my porns. I watch internet porns, and the porn actors, porn actresses, adult entertainers, I thank them, I appreciate them, and then because they go through other stuff too, like low social status and stigma, all that stuff. They're just like any of us. Okay, we work and we go through pain and suffering. Yeah, that's like us. They go to work and there's work related injury and stigma, whatever it may be. Also, humanology is dualistic. Okay, it's a pain and pleasure. Okay, yeah. So adult entertainers, like porn actors, porn actresses, they get to enjoy the sex, but they suffer from the stigma. Okay, the low social status. Okay, pain and pleasure. That's just any of us. Okay, so humanology is more metaphysical. Okay, we see conceptual level, pain and suffering, work, reward, we labor and we get money, wage. Okay, so uh yeah, adult entertainers, if humanology ever get to see the light of the day, maybe after I'm dead, like posthumously, it's largely thanks to those adult entertainers like pornography actresses and actors, because I'm single guy, no women want me, but I watch pornography in the internet, and it helps me survive. It helps me to survive. Okay, so I thank them. I appreciate them that they are part of the team and they are great contributors to humanity. If humanology ever get to contribute to the humanity, okay, because this uh, pornographical actors and actresses, and that's just entertainers, okay, adult entertainers, and they help me to survive. They help me survive. So if I get to survive, I will keep recording this humanology series, and if we get to come to see the light of the day, maybe after I'm dead or whenever, then yeah, those adult entertainers contributed indirectly to the humanity. Okay, we are all part of the team. Okay, okay. It's been 1 hour, so let's take a break. I grab probably one more candle. I brought one more candle for you. Ah, all right. We have one more candle. We have one more candle now. Uh, I don't know where to put it, but more light. Okay, away from the computer screen because I don't want to burn my computer screen. Okay, so computer nowadays is bread and butter here. So okay, we're back. So yeah, romance market. Yeah, I'm poor guy. Physically poor, and metaphysically I'm minority. Physically minority too. So no wonder I don't get any girls. Okay, any dates. That's fine with me. But that's just how it is, and yeah, I'm okay with that. So let's move on to our first item in the agenda: degree of freedom. Okay, it's a terminology in physical chemistry. Degree of freedom. They deal with a lot of the second law of thermodynamics, the law of entropy. Okay, in the chemical reaction, it always is downward. Okay, so it's probabilistically speaking, and they talk in terms of probability. Okay, in the billiard ball, we talked about this. In the pool table, yeah, there are more ways to more degree of freedom in chaos. Things can go 10,000 different ways, but there's only one right way. Okay, billiard balls, they can be arranged in a 10,000 different random chaotic way, but there's only one way to align that from south to north, from 1 to 10. It's 1 to 9, I guess. I don't play pools, okay? So 1 to 9, and in a number on top. Yeah, there's only one way to do it, okay? In the middle of the table, okay? Only one way to do it. But there are 10,000 different ways to be just chaotic. Only one orderly way. All right, so it's a matter of probability. Okay, if you just throw the pool balls, billiard balls on the table, probably you will end up being chaotic. Everything is everywhere. Okay, just like your house. It's not easy to make your house orderly fashion. Put things in the right place, like your poops and your pees in the toilet, trash in the trash can, food in the fridge, clothing on the closet. Yeah, it's not easy to maintain that. Okay, but there are 10,000 different ways, and in nature, things will get disorderly in time. So you need to invest extra energy and time to make things orderly, more cosmos, as opposed to chaos. You need some extra energy and time. Invent copium, the pain. Copium is about pain and pleasure. It takes pain and suffering, this labor, this pain, copium, to make things orderly. So what happens is your copium, your happiness, is being converted into orderliness in your house. Copium conversion. Okay, you want to be happy, you want to relax, you're sacrificing it. So your copium level goes down, the orderliness goes up. Okay, so copium conversion. Okay, your happiness is being converted into the orderliness, which also give you another kind of happiness. Your happiness of relaxation and comfort of just doing nothing, resting, gets converted into the orderliness of your house, which is another copium. Okay, copium is something of value and quantity. Okay, so your happiness is one kind of copium, and orderliness is another kind of copium. So copium change in shape, in form, but the substance is stays the same. Positive copium, something of value, something valuable. Your happiness, your comfort, can convert it into orderliness. That's also another value. Okay, happiness, comfort, That's a value in you. The orderliness is value outside you, in your house, your orderliness. Orderliness in your house, okay? So it get converted, okay? So just like time, energy in you, you work, you labor at workplace, and you make valuable goods and services, the products that your employer sells, okay? It's copium conversion, okay? That's copium conversion. Now, next thing in the agenda is called copium transfer, all right? So I am sorry that it's light out tonight. It makes it interesting actually. So I'm not too sorry about that. Now you get to see this part of the town better. So I'll write here. Okay, so there is you. There's your enemy. And there's your friend. Friend. Friend, enemy, you. You are the center of the universe. That's natural, okay? Everybody is center of the universe because there's no such a thing as center of the universe, okay? Every in space, in infinite space, every location is the center of the universe because there is no center of the universe, okay? I hope you're following me. Okay, so your enemy uh, is taking away something from you. Positive copium. That's copium transfer. Involuntary copium transfer is called copium deprivation. Your enemy is stealing money from you. Okay? That is equivalent to your enemy giving negative copium to you. Your enemy is dissing you. Okay? He's talking shit about you. These two are equivalent. Why? Because again, humanology is humble. We start from the basics, one dimension, plus and minus, arithmetic. Not some fancy calculus or vector calculus. No, we do or n-dimensional space. No, we start from the very basics. One step at a time, okay? Baby step, one baby step. You first learn to crawl, then you first you learn to breathe. Then you start to crawl as a baby. Then you start to walk. Then you start to run and swim and even drive or fly on an airplane, whatever, okay? One step at a time, okay? It's a progression, okay? Evolution, sure, whatever, microevolution. Now, so human ideology is now inceptional, beginning step at this point of time, okay? So, because minus 1 is plus 1, that's why. You have opposite direction. In vector calculus, yeah, if this is vector A, this vector is minus A, okay? And minus times minus is plus, okay? So these two vectors are equivalent because this one carries positive copium and this one carries negative copium, okay? We talked about this. A minus plus 1 is equivalent to A plus minus 1, okay? We talked about this before. Okay? Yeah, so this is like minus minus becoming positive, okay? So that's why it's equivalent to this. Or this is more like you are the center of the universe. So uh, this is more like a minus plus one. This is more like that. Your enemy is taking something valuable from you, your money, which is same as enemy punching you in the nose. Enemy is giving you something negative, some pain. Okay, so they're equivalent. Why? Because if enemy punch you on the nose and it takes out your money, medical bills. Okay, it's just like enemy stealing money from you. All right. So now that's one part of the equation. Okay, another part of the equation is this. Um, so in humanology, we talk about di-dualism. It looks like this. Di-dualism is a dual pair of the dualism. That's why di-dualism. It has four parts. It's an exchange model of exchange. Okay. Uh, so in mathematics, plus sign is omitted. Okay, so if it's just one, it means plus one, right? So it's like that. So here we have exchange model. So I lose something and you get something. This is I, and upper part is you. I give you something, and this horizontal is time. Okay, and this y-axis is I and you. Okay, so I give you something before, and then you give me back something later. I lend you money, and you pay me back. I lose I lose $10, you gain $10 because I just lend you money. Later on, you pay me back, so you lose $10 and I, or $11, like $1 interest, and then I get something back. My money back, principal and interest. Okay, exchange model. Now, it's di-dualism. Okay, so dual dualism. It's quadruple paired dualism. That's di-dualism. Okay, because di means two, or bi. You can call it bi-dualism, but let's stick with di-dualism. Okay. Now, um, so you feel the pain when your enemy is taking something valuable away from you, the positive copium or poison. You feel pain. You also feel pain when your enemy is giving you negative copium, like negon, negative copium. Okay. So we're running out of space. So those are the negative things. We're gonna make some room here. Okay. So those are these two things are equivalent and they are both negative things to you. Okay. So what are some positive things? What makes you happy? Again, it's kind of mirror image or anti-symmetrical, whatever. Okay. You feel good when you steal something from your enemy. When your opponent, political opponent, okay, your political opponent loses or get into political rumors, or get into whatever trouble, yeah, you get happy, okay? So, if positive copion flows from your enemy to you, if something bad happens to your enemy goes down, then you will go up because he's your political enemy, right? Voters, they will vote for somebody. They're not gonna vote for your enemy because your enemy got into this rumor scandal whatnot. Okay, so they will vote for you instead because they think your enemy is worse than you are. Okay, so yeah, that's one way, and also when you attack your enemy, you feel good. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm saying that's just how it is. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying you should attack your enemy. I'm not saying you should uh, attack your enemy or it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's just how it is in this world. That's what humanology is both descriptive and prescriptive. Humanology describes the world and it gives you prescriptive commandments, which is the same thing as Bible's commandments. Yeah, you should love your enemy, just like Jesus said you should do. Because humanology is founded upon Christianity, Bible. Like it or not, it's just the way it is, okay? If you don't like it, come up with your own humanology, okay? So, but this version of humanology is like that, okay? Now, your friends, all right? Now we already have four things, okay? So we're gonna have eight things. It's just like in old Taoism, in China, you have yin and yang, right? You have this symbol, Tai Chi symbol of this, and the Korean flag has some of this, okay? Also in China, you have this another, it's more has to do with Confucianism too. There's this old Chinese classic, it's called the Book of Change, I Ching, okay? The Book of Change. I means change and Qing means book. So it's a change book, Book of Change, okay? So it has this kind of like it's also in the Korean flag too. Only four of them, but there were eight of them, okay? So it looks like this, okay? It's like what from 0 to 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It like in the binary system, okay? Because 2 to the third is 8, okay? So it goes like this. Okay, it's kind of interesting. Right now it's very dark, so it's kind of like superstition or kind of pagan religion in China. Kind of what how do they call it, like ancient Chinese mysticism or cult, occult. Kind of, it's interesting. We are all in dark. Okay, so it also looks like Morse symbol, beep 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 beep. This binary Morse language. Okay, 0, 1. Let's do binary numbers. Okay, so you have 0. you know, you have zero, 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 one, zero, 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 one, zero, one, one, zero, zero, one, one, zero, and zero, zero, one, and then 101 because I'm a computer scientist. I mean I'm a computer programmer, not a computer scientist. Maybe I'm just a little bit, okay, because I went to graduate school there. But yeah, I know mathematics, I know computer science, so I'm very familiar with binary number system. Okay, so and so 0 1 1 then 1 1 1. Okay, so let's follow this. So straight line is the solid line is zero. Okay, so then you have solid, then broken line, then solid, and then broken line, just dot dot, and then solid, and then you have solid, solid, broken line, then you have broken line, solid line, broken line, then you have solid line, broken line, then you have all broken lines, three lines of broken lines. Okay. Okay. So these are the Chinese symbol in the book of I Ching. Okay. So yeah, we have eight things here. Okay. So I guess we can kind of relate to that. Okay. You know, sign, whatever it may be. So what we are doing is something very important, something very miraculous, something very historic. Okay. We are uniting the West and the East. Okay. That's what we are doing here. Um, you know, there's theory of everything, the unification theory, whatever, right? You are observing and witnessing that moment in history, human history, history of knowledge. We are uniting the Western philosophy and Eastern philosophy. Okay, that's what we are doing. This is a very celebration kind of. It's important moment in human history. Okay, you may never get to see this, but I'm a human being. I'm part of humanity too. Okay, so at least I get to see this. At least one person in the world in the human history. So I'm very grateful to God, and I thank God. I thank Jesus. I thank Buddha. I thank Confucius. I thank Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, and yeah, I thank Korea, and because this is a great blessing for us. Okay, it's very beautiful, dramatic thing that this unknown secular scholar Asian has that no women want to date. Lone gunman, lone man. Not, I'm not a gunman. Yeah, I do have a gun, but I'm not a criminal. Okay, I'm not a terrorist. I'm just a secular scholar, just a nerd, a geek, an aging Asian ass that in Alaska. That's like quadruple, huh? Aging Asian ass in Alaska. Alaskan aging Asian ass. Okay, so quadruple. Yeah, just lone Alaskan, lone wolf, lone buck. Okay, nerd or geek. Yeah, unknown guy, uh, unpopular guy, uniting the Western and Eastern philosophy for the first time. Okay. I'm not just uniting philosophy and religion. I'm uniting philosophy, religion, and mathematics, science, everything. Okay, theory of everything. Okay, it's been prophesized, I guess. Kind of, physicists. Yeah, they wanted to see this day, and today is that day. Okay, so we are making history here. All right, so Congratulations to be the very first witness of this historic moment. Okay, we should celebrate. Okay. All right, so let's continue on this friend and foe here. Yeah, this connection we didn't quite make it, but maybe one day you can make it, or maybe I can make it one some other time. But yeah, at least we matched the number eight, eight here, eight here. Okay, so old and new. Okay, so all right, we're gonna take a break soon. Okay, actually, let's take a break now. I think it's been 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go take a cigarette break and then we'll continue. Okay. We'll fill in the blanks, the rest of the blanks, okay? Let's take a break. Okay, I have flashlight in my kitchen and um, my cell phone, and so as long as the battery lasts, we are fine. Okay. I have plenty of candles because I never get to use them. I bought them. I get no dates, so I have plenty of candles. Okay. Let's finish this picture. Let me wash my hands real quick. I'm gonna wash my face too. Okay. Where's my glasses? Okay, so let's before we jumping into the latter half of this eight symbols in ancient Chinese I Ching, the Book of Change thing. Before we jumping into the latter half, let's go over. Let's review. Okay, let's review what we covered before so far. So there is a minus and plus. Okay, it's dualism, and each of these dual is divided into two subdualons. Okay, in minus, there's positive thing poson, positive copy going out, or negative copy of negon coming in. In positive side, there's a poson coming in or negon going out. It's like you are venting out all your negative feelings and you feel good. Or you are taking in something good to you, into yourself. You are taking somebody else's happiness to yourself. Or taking out some of your unhappiness and stress to other people. And you feel good about it, okay? So and you feel bad when good things come out of you and benefit someone else. You feel bad. You keep donating your happiness to other people, or taking in the cross. You're putting on the cross of Jesus. Okay, you are getting blamed from other people's wrongdoing. Okay, so and you feel bad about it. Okay, now that's half of the story. So the other half of the equation is this: when you feel bad is when friends. It's kind of in vector calculus, vector arithmetic, linear algebra. The parallel of a vector is an equivalent. So parallel, you can move around your vector and it's still the same vector as long as you don't change the direction, you make it parallel displacement. You move around this arrow without changing its direction. And also you don't change the length. The vector is quantity plus quality. Okay, length plus direction. Okay, this Length is quantity and direction is quality. Okay? So vector has quantity and quality. That's vector. So you can make it parallel, then you can move around. It stays the same vector, okay? It has different location, but it's the same vector. That's vector calculus, okay? So humanology, vector calculus, very, very fundamental thing, very important. You feel bad when your friend gives something good to you. You give you a gift, you kind of feel obliged. You feel sorry. You wanna pay them back, okay? So that's your friend donating poison, positive copium to you. You feel obliged. You feel sorry. You want to pay that back. You feel obliged. Okay? You feel like you owe them. Okay? So you're a debtor of love. Your friend give love to you. You are a debtor. So you want to pay them back. You feel kind of feel this obligation. So that's not pleasant thing. Okay? So it's kind of feel pain. It's clouding your mind. Okay? You have some workload. Okay? So and if that person is your friend, you feel really bad when you diss that person. You feel something bad to your friend, your ally. Yes, every now and then, if you are a parent, you have to correct your child. You have to punish your student. If you are a teacher, you have to punish your student. If you are an employer, you have to punish your discipline your employee. But they're your friends, your ally. So you feel bad about that. It makes you unhappy, but at the same time, you have to do it. Okay? So you feel bad about dissing your employee, your friend, your child, your student, because you love them, okay? Do you see why this one and this one are equivalent? Because it's equivalent in the sense that it makes you unhappy. When your enemy say horrible things about you, dissing you, or punch you on the nose, physically or dissing you metaphysically by saying things with words, yeah, it gives you pain. But at the same time, if you are dissing your friend, if you are disciplining your employee, yeah, you feel bad about that. It's a tough love, tough love. You suffer, your employee, your child, your student suffer, your friend suffer, but it's something that's necessary, okay, to make that person better person, okay. Yeah, tough love. You have to do it. It's not easy. It's the hard right rather than easy wrong, like condonement, condoning, compromising. Okay, it's a difficult thing to do, but you have to do it. Okay, so now, when do you feel happy? When you give a gift to your friend. From you to your friend, you give something good. You feel very happy because you love your friend. Okay, and you are glad to listen to their stories. Your friend is going through some very difficult, hard time. You'll be happy to listen to them and let them vent it out. Okay? Let your friend vent out all those horrible things that happen to them. You are willing to be a good listener. Okay? To be a good friend. Yeah, to share the pain. You're happy to do that. Okay? So that's what this is. Now we completed the picture here. Okay, so zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so in the Book of Change, Chinese classic that Confucius really loved and studied, I Ching. I haven't read it from cover to cover. Okay, um, believe or not, there are not many books that I have read from cover to cover. Okay, Bible, I did it 3 times. I read Bible 3 times from cover to cover. Okay, every single word, every single sentence, every single chapter, every single paragraph, every single sentence, every single word, every single character. Okay, I read the Bible 3 times back to back. Other books, yeah, there are not many other books. There are not many books that I have read from cover to cover. Okay, so and the Book of Change, I don't think I've read it from cover to cover. Okay, I read some bits and pieces about it. So in Book of Change, I Ching, it talks about this. It's kind of like a palm reader kind of this horoscope kind of thing. Mysticism, pagan religion, superstition, occult, cult, okay? But it happens to have this 8 numbers. So like 2 to the third, 3-digit binary number from 0 to 7, okay? And Confucius liked that book, so I cannot discount that book as an occult, as a pagan religion, horoscope, palm reader, crystal ball. Okay, I cannot just discount that. Okay, but it's just numbering. Okay, it's just number 8. It happened to correspond, and I have a huge admiration for old tradition, be it West, like Jesus, Bible, Judeo Christianity, or the East, like Book of Ching, Book of Change, I Ching, and Confucius. Okay, so I cannot discount that. Okay, so yeah, we united them. Okay, all right. So that was the second agenda. The third agenda is about India. Um, India is kind of in the middle. It's kind of like part of the Middle East, Arab. Because a lot of Indians, I'm talking about Southeast, no, not South Asia, okay, India, okay. So I love American natives, okay, the American Indians, American natives, they're fantastic. They have amazing culture, cuisine, and hunting and gathering, survivalist skill without any modern technology. American Indians, they came from Asia, like me. They kind of look like me, brown eyes, brown skin, flat face, black hair. Yeah, American Indians, they're American natives, Eskimos, and up in Alaska we have Inupiats, and I don't know that many names. Okay, beautiful language. Okay, Alaska is a Native American Eskimo kind of language. Alaska, the name, the noun itself came from native Alaskans. Okay, native, Eskimos or Inupiats, and there's several American Indians. Okay, different tribes and the beautiful languages, beautiful culture. There's this one tribe called the Kwa 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 Kwa, something like that. There's just beautiful languages. Okay, beautiful artifacts, these crafts, sculptures, and this they amazing culture. Okay, they Eskimos, they one of the things that I really want to do in my wish list is to eat seal, and whale that American natives in Alaska hunt, and amazing cuisine, amazing culture, amazing language, great surviving skill, great knowledge of plants and animals. They know how to trap, hunt animals without any modern technologies. They know how to trap fish using this funnel of this made with reeds and tree branches. Ingenious, very smart, very intelligent. Okay, and they know all about plants and mushrooms and trees. What is edible? What is poisonous? They know all about it. I studied them. I learned them. Okay, great knowledge of trees, plants, what to use, what's for use with clothing and this tools and food and these plants, animals. Fantastic, huge, richest wealth of knowledge and culture. Okay, that's American natives. Okay, I have huge admiration. I studied their knowledge. Okay, I studied them. Okay, so amazing. So I have admiration and appreciation of American natives. My fellow Asians. Okay, they came from Asia. Okay, so the very first Americans, very first settlers of Americas. Now let's talk about South Asia Indians. Okay, so India, where there was this Gautama Siddhartha Buddha. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi and Nehru. You know, yeah, Mahatma Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, whatever. Yeah, India. Okay, they used to be British colony. Okay, so they got back their country through Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, India, Indira Gandhi. Yeah, they were politicians, but they used peace to get back their country, not violence. Peaceful protest. That's from India. Okay, so peaceful protest. They got back their country from this empire where the sun never sets. The Great Britain. Great Britain, like this Great Britain, then there is India, Australia, and then America before United States. They have colony all around the world, all around the globe. That's why the sun never sets in Great Britain. Okay, British Empire. Okay. Yeah. So when English left, they left English, right? This interesting saying, maxim, not maxim, just an interesting phrase, right? So yeah, they colonized India, and then they left English. That's why all Indians, Southeast, I mean South Asia, they speak English, and then they have an Indian accent. I have many Indian friends. Okay, my some very close friends are Jews, like Jewish, American Jews or Israelite Jews. Yeah, I have very close friends there. People who live in Israel. Okay, or India and in the Middle East. Like I have friends all over. My very close friends from everywhere. Middle East, Israel, India, Asia, Europe, China, Africa, everywhere. They're very close friends, okay? They're from everywhere, okay? I love every race. Don't get me wrong. They are whites, blacks, Asians, Arabs, Muslims, Christians, Jews, everywhere. Or Hinduism, everywhere, okay? I have friends everywhere, okay? So I'm not a racist. I'm not a sexist. Yeah, my closest friends, male, female, of all ages, okay? So I'm not a I don't discriminate against anybody or any gender or any country of origin or race. No, 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 I'm not that. So if you think I am, well, think again. Okay, okay. So India, I love Indian infusion of the Beatles, like John Lennon and John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and Ringo Starr and George Harrison, the Beatles, in the British invasion of. Okay, so like the Who, Rolling Stones, and who's that strange guy? He sang about fame and David Bowie. Okay, so yeah, all this British invasion, they're fantastic. Okay, I think Bono or Sting or Wham. I think they're all British. And also, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Bean. Comedian. Yeah, he's kind of like Middle Eastern. He has the thick eyebrow. That's the Middle Eastern, okay? Middle Eastern guys, thick eyebrows, some shadow under the eyes, and brown skin, brown eyes, black hair. They're Middle Eastern. They're not whites. They're not Caucasians. And so Mr. Bean, yeah, he's British, but he's more like Middle Eastern origin. So yes, white people, but Caucasian, they're not from. They're not. They're different from me. Yeah, every human race came from Middle East, like near Arab regions, like Tigris, Euphrates, where the Garden of Eden allegedly was there, and Israel, Middle East, Arabs, they're all the same. Okay, so we all came from there, and some of them migrated to Asia and they became Asian. Some of them migrated east to the Asia, they became Asians. And some of them went to south and they became Africans. Some of them went to north and they became whites, the Caucasians. Okay, so everything started from the Israel, Middle East, Tigris, Euphrates, Iraq, Iran, okay, Syria, Libya, yeah, Northern Africa, Middle East, okay, that's where, according to the Bible, that's how it all began, okay. We used to be all browns, like Jesus, Abraham, Isaac, David, Solomon. They're not white people, no, they are brown people. They're all Middle Easterns, okay. Then some people went to Asia, some people went to Northern Europe, they became white and blonde hair, green eyes, blue eyes, red hair. It came later, okay? White skin, it all came later, okay? So, anyway, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Bean, okay? Comedian, he's funny. There's some things I don't like about him, like all these gross, dirty things about stuff. But yeah, he's funny. He's very talented, gifted, Middle Eastern European. He's not white, okay. So he didn't try to hide it, okay. One of his episodes, there's this white girl, blonde girl with white skin and blue eyes, and then there's another white guy with blue eyes and white skin. They start to dance together, and he got jealous. Yeah, yeah. So he's very aware of his ethnic origin. He doesn't try to hide it, you know, that stuff. So yeah, but many Middle Eastern Europeans or Middle Eastern Americans, unlike Mr. Bean, Mr. Atkins, Rowan Atkins, because Rowan Atkins, Mr. Bean, he was very conscious of his own ethnic origin. He did not try to hide or disguise his ancestral heritage of Middle Eastern countries. He did not try to hide it. Okay, it was subtle, but if you see all these Mr. Bean's episode that I have in my DVDs, Yeah, he doesn't try to hide that. Okay, so because always his enemies are just purely white Europeans, Caucasian Europeans with white skin and blue eyes, and that's his like opponents in his episodes. Okay, counterparts. So he's very conscious, racially conscious, and he never tried to hide his national, ethnic origin. Okay, so yeah, I like that. Okay, so but so many Middle Eastern Americans, Middle Eastern Europeans I see, they disguise themselves. They lie about their ethnic heritage. They say they are white, and that's a shame. Are you ashamed of your ancestors? That's a no go because in Bible and in humanology, you are supposed to honor your parents, your ancestors. I am proud that I'm Asian. I'm proud of my ethnic heritage. Okay, Asia have a wonderful culture, and I thank my ancestors, my parents, grandparents, great grandparents, who gave birth to me, us. And I'm proud that I'm Asian. Okay, I'm proud of my parents, my ancestors, my Asian heritage. I'm proud of that. I am not ashamed of my Asianness. I love being an Asian, okay? And but many Middle Eastern Americans, Middle Eastern Europeans, they say, "Oh, I'm white." When their eyes are brown, their skin is brown, their hair is brown, black. They have this thick eyebrows, this dark brown shadow in their eyes. Yeah, they're Middle Eastern origin. Okay, it's just obvious. Just look into the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are more Middle Eastern than Northern European. Okay, you have black hair, you have brown skin, you have brown eyes, you have this brown shadow here. You are Middle Eastern. You are not white. You are not Caucasian. Okay, so don't lie about it. Why do you have to lie about that? Why are you trying to pretend to be a white Caucasian person? Yeah, your ancestors are from Europe, but they relatively recently migrated from North North Africa, from Middle East. That's your ancestral heritage. But you pretend to be white. You say you're white, but your skin is not white. There's nothing wrong with you not being white. Okay? I want you to be proud of your ancestors and not be ashamed of your Middle Eastern origin. If you are ashamed of your ancestors, shame on you. Because that's dishonorable. You are dishonoring your parents and your great grandparents, your ancestors. Shame on you. Okay? Don't ever say you're white when you are not white. Okay? Because there's something really you should be shameful about. You're ashamed, you are dishonoring your own ancestors. Okay? You are wiping out your identity. Okay, that's not right. Okay? So let's talk about identity. That's something that's third in our agenda. Okay, so let's talk about this. It's been 2 hours, so let's take a break. Okay. Okay, is my monitor being heated up because it's candle? I think it's okay. All right, let's take a break. Okay, we talk about identity. I'm gonna open the window because we have candles, so with extra carbon dioxide build up here. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the window for a while. Okay, we're back. Let's talk about identity and identification. When you see a person, a total stranger, supermarket, whatever grocery store you go to in America, you see a person and you can tell if that person is an Asian. Okay, it's just obvious, right? You kind of have flat face, squinted eyes, and black hair, light brown skin, and yeah, Asians are very distinctive. As you can tell, Asian very easily. But can you tell Indians and Middle Easterns like Arabs? I can because I have many friends of them. Yeah, I have friends, Indian friends, Middle Eastern friends, so I can tell the difference. So because Indians, they tend to have this muddy, reddish, dark brown skin. Okay, and then Middle Easterns, they're more like sandy, kind of brown, earthy brown, and dark shadow here, thick eyebrows. So I can tell very easily from Indians and Middle Eastern, and like Iraq, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, it's easy for me to tell because I have friends there. Okay, so friends from there or their ancestor from there. But many people in Hollywood, Los Angeles, they're ignorant. So I watch this television, old TV shows like 24, and they use Indian actors. I mean, American Indian actors whose ancestors from India. They use them as Middle Easterns, and I can tell they're miscasting. Okay, it's not correct, and I don't like it because they are treating Indians as if they were Middle Easterns, but they are different. Okay, so I don't like that kind of miscasting of race. That's ignorant. Ignorance is one of the uh, original sin. Okay, we talked about Jinseonmi, you know, intelligence, goodness, and beauty. Okay, we talked about that. The opposite side of Jinseonmi is we're gonna have to write something down. Okay, so let's just erase this 8 elements of universe because we already discussed this. Okay, it's been recorded, so hopefully it does not get lost. Okay, hopefully it get preserved. Okay, if something is important. So we talk about the truth, intelligence, and the goodness, ethics, and then the beauty. Is truth, intelligence. Okay, it's more like brain. Ethics, morality is about charity. It's about heart. Beauty is about body, physicality. Okay, so yeah, if we are talking about this three triangular thing, it's not anymore dualism. It's three things. Okay, the opposite side of this, opposite of underworld. Okay, again, it's dualistic too. You have three things: truth. You can't quite see this well, can you? You have truth, then goodness, and this aesthetics, beauty. Okay. The other thing is ugliness. Goodness, opposite of that is evil. Opposite of truth is ignorance. Okay. Knowledge, truth. Knowledge, truth, intelligence. Then you have ignorance. Okay. Goodness against evil. Aesthetic, something beautiful. You have ugliness. Okay. So three virtues and three vices. All right. So ugliness, we have tattoos, piercings, lesbianism, gayism, and feminism, bad feminism. Okay, where yeah, it's about identity. It's about degree of freedom. We forgot to mention that. Okay, so identity. Man, it's been more than 2 hours, so I'm kind of getting tired. Okay, so what time is it now? Let me pull up my charged up cell phone. 1:30 in the morning. I have to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, I took a nap, but still I'm getting tired now. So yeah, so identity. You you're not race, your gender, your race is one identity. It's but it's not just the only one. So you have a lot of identity component, just like metaphysical genome. Okay, race, gender, that's more physical genome. Okay, also it's metaphysical genome as well because different genders. There are only two genders, male or female, in Homo sapiens. Okay, race, you can be mixed race, which is great. Yeah, I have many mixed race friends, close friends. Okay, they're all beautiful. Okay, I have nothing against them. Yeah, you have your own race identity, and you have gender identity, and but there's just two genes in you, two metaphysical and physical genes. There are many others. Okay, you may be a Democrat or Republican. You may be conservative or liberal. Okay, metaphysically. Okay, then you have some other things like neutral things, your hobbies. Okay, your family. They're all metaphysical genes. Okay, pro family, anti family, pro money, anti money, pro exercise, anti exercise, pro sugar fatism, anti sugar fatism. There's all this litany, this list of metaphysical genome. Okay, so now that the power is still out, it's kind of getting cold. It's September in Alaska, so whatever. Okay, so it's getting cold. Night. But yesterday, 2 days ago, 1 day ago, I saw this beautiful northern lights. You don't understand what it is, do you? Unless you are an Alaskan. We call it northern lights, okay? The aurora borealis. Borealis. Kind of greenish light in the sky, northern sky, Alaska, or other parts of the world. Yeah, it was beautiful. Mostly, this aurora, it kind of looks like cloud. It doesn't move around. It's static. Just stay there like a cloud in the night sky. Sometimes they do move around very fast. I've seen them both. Something that is move slow, something that move very fast. They're all beautiful. Okay, I've seen them both. Okay, so because I live in Alaska. All right, it's spectacle. It's one of the park visits. Great privilege and great privilege and to be in Alaska. Okay, so and identity. Yeah, so our identity is defined by our physical characteristics and metaphysical characteristics, and they sometimes cross over your race and your gender. It has some metaphysical components as well because if you are a woman, you tend to be more sympathetic, more emotional. Okay, so you tend to gravitate towards liberalism, Democratic Party. If you're male, you tend to. So female is more about soft love, emotion. Okay, male is about tough love, discipline. So female, they are more compassion, sympathy, soft love. Males, tough love. Okay, discipline, punishment, work, labor. Females, more about having fun. Enjoyment, joy of life. So that's why it's the best that you have one mother and one father. Because it's a balancing. Okay. Yeah, soft love and tough love. Okay, it's a balancing. That's why it's the best you have one mother and one father. Okay. Less than that, that's straight parenthood is optimal. Suboptimal parenthood is single parenthood, like one mother. But in nature, there are a lot of single mothers, like bears, grizzlies. It's just one mother raising kids. That's not too bad. Okay. The worst, so the optimal state parenthood, one mother, one father. Suboptimal is single parenthood, mostly single mother. The worst is gay parenting because you have two mothers or two fathers. That's the worst. It's not suboptimal, it's the worst because you have extra extreme skewed gender. You have you have two parents and they are both mothers or both fathers. That's extreme. Okay? That's the worst. It's not suboptimal, no, it's the worst. It's as bad as it can get. That's one of many reasons, logically and logically and scientifically, that gay marriage is something evil, toxic, harmful, poisonous. Okay? So I don't blame you for not knowing this because nobody told you this. Okay? I am the only guy on earth in human history telling you this. There's nobody else. Yeah, there are some other people, okay? Some smart people who preceded me, who warned you against the evil of homosexuality all the way from the beginning in the Old Testament days. But nowadays, I'm the only guy who's being outspoken about this. And guess what? Nobody is listening. Okay. There is no audience. It's just me, monologue, soliloquy, just talking to this my laptop camera. Yeah, I publish it. It's available 24/7, all 24/7 in time and everywhere in the world, in space. But nobody's watching this. Okay, so it's good for me because I don't get into any trouble. Okay, but I feel sorry that I want to save the world, but God is not letting me save the world. So I don't blame God. He can do whatever he wants because he created and he owns the world. But I feel sorry. Anyway. Okay, let's talk more about identity and degree of freedom. Okay, so yeah, don't get all wrapped up in race or religion, politics. It's just one part of you. Don't let it swallow you up because you are more than one ideology, one identity. You have multiple identities, identity components. Don't let one component of that identity just wipe out everything else. Okay, so in the concept level, there are a lot of ideologies. Okay, the pattern of behaviorism, and ideologies, isms, concepts, ideas. Don't let it consume you. Okay, you have to balance different parts of yourself. You have to eat healthy and exercise regularly. Okay, don't be alcohol workaholic or oh alcoholic. Okay, yeah, I drink, but I control my drinks. Okay, I drink at home, and when I drink outside, I make sure before I start driving, I make sure my alcohol level is not illegal. Okay, I've been using my breathalyzer in my car for a decade, so by now I know I can tell what my alcohol level is. If my alcohol level is like 0.02, I can tell. Okay, if it's 0.05, I can tell. So I used to use breathalyzer a lot, but I still have it in my car. But nowadays I can just tell what kind of alcohol level I am because I've been using for 10 years. Okay, so yeah, I make sure I'm sober enough to drive. Okay, so I eat food and drink a lot of water for like 2 hours, 3 hours after I drink. So yeah, I drink responsibly. Most times I drink at home. Okay, so that I don't have to drive. And yeah, so don't be workaholic either. Okay, always exercise and and don't get all wrapped up in politics. Okay, it's just one part of you, your race, your gender, your political agenda. It's just a small part of you. Okay, so don't just start to hate people just because you disagree with that person in one part. Just love each other, just like Jesus said. Okay, so just identity, and there's some predatory ideologies like lesbianism, gayism, because lesbianism, it okay, degree of freedom. Okay, so if you are a straight woman, you can okay, there's all different hairstyle. You can have curly hair, long hair, kind of cropped hair like this neck level, or you can be very long hair, or it can be cropped hair. Okay, but you're still feminine. Okay, you're a woman, straight woman, and you're not on some male feminism feminist. You're not a bad feminist. Okay, so your hair is still stylish. Okay, you're still feminine. It can be like here or longer. Okay, but you're still feminine. Okay, yeah, you can still wear pants like ripped jeans, like you rip your jean like on the knee, on the thigh, on the calf, or you can wear like tight jeans that reveal your beautiful slender leg line. Okay, still very feminine, very beautiful, very sexy, very attractive, very charming because you are feminine. You are loyal and truthful to your gender. You're feminine. You're a woman. Okay? You're a beautiful girl. Okay? You're slender. That's your identity as a woman. Okay? You are, but if you're obese, you are hiding your true line. There's this misnomer called curvy. If you are obese, you are not curvy. You don't have any curve. You only have straight line because the fat layer is hiding your natural curve, like hourly shaped. Okay, it's been a while since I drew any picture. Okay, that doesn't look good. I used to paint and draw. Okay, uh, when I was in middle school, high school. Okay, so hourglass. Okay, hourglass. You're a woman. Okay, so you have breasts, waist, and hips. Okay, out, in, out, concave, no, convex, concave, and convex. Your breast, waist, and your hips. Convex, concave, and convex. Okay, you have this beautiful curve. But if you are that's a slender, healthy woman, I don't care what your age is. But if you're obese, you're more like straight line. like a tree trunk. Why? Because as women get obese, it hides all this beautiful natural curve. You are more like straight line. You are no longer curvy. This is curvaceous. But if you get obese, your fat layer, it hides all, it fills in all this beautiful natural curve. Okay, so it wipes out your identity as a woman. Okay, that's obesity. That's why humanology is against sugar and fatism. You should not eat sugar, you should not eat fat. No more cakes, no more pies, no more potato chips, french fries, no more of all those pizzas. And if you're gonna eat pizza, eat vegan pizza. Pizza with all the vegetables and no cheese, okay? Yeah, I have tried them and they're delicious, okay? So, yeah, eat healthy, exercise regularly so that you don't wipe out your identity of being a female or being a muscular male. If you are muscular, if you are male, you have to exercise, you have to do weightlifting. If you are female, just do cardios, okay? I don't want you to start making too much muscle unless you are over 50. If you are over 50 or late 40s, then yeah, you do need to start to do weightlifting, because if you are over 50, you tend to lose muscle weight, bone weight, and weight training, light weight training for men and women over 50s, yeah, it will maintain your muscle weight and bone weight. So yeah, it is necessary, but I don't want women to make young women to make muscles, okay? Just do cardio, swim, bicycle, running, okay? Do cardio, okay? Okay. So identity, okay? If you're a slender woman, and then you can like you can have your haircut like this, you know, on the neckline, you know, cropped hair. This beautiful Korean song made in 1970, 1980. It's one of my favorite. His name is Jo Young Pil. Okay, so cropped hair girl, meaning hair, a woman, young woman, have haircut like on the neckline. Okay, so cropped hair. So you can, if you are feminine, womanly, traditional woman, you can have haircut like here, here, or long. Yeah, you have a lot of degree of freedom. Okay, but you still womanly, feminine. Okay, but if you're lesbian or male feminist, like bad feminist, then you shave your hair. You always have very short, kind of masculine, boyish, man-like hairstyle. That's ugly, right? Because you are a woman, everybody knows you're a woman, and you try to look like a man, a boy. Ugly, okay? And that's your uniform. You have less degree of freedom. If you're lesbian, you have to have your hair cut short. You cannot have long hair. You cannot be feminine anymore. Less degree of freedom, okay? So it's not about diversity. No, it's lack of diversity. You are wiping out your whole identity because you're lesbian and you're nothing else. Because the ideology of lesbianism is a predatory ideology. It's an evil, bad ideology. It swallows you up. It's predatory. It's a predator. You're lesbian, you're nothing else. You're lesbian, period. It's not about identity. No. It's about elimination, destruction of your identity. Gayism is not about diversity. It's not about identity. It wipes out diversity. All the people of lesbians, once they subscribe, once they swallowed up by lesbianism, all uniform. There's no diversity in this group, this set of lesbians, they all look the same. They never wear skirts. If you're a traditional feminine woman, you can put on tight jeans, ripped jeans, short skirt, long skirt. You can put on high heels. You can have just cropped hair, long hair. You can put on makeup, all different colors. Okay, you have this diversity and you have your identity as a woman. All this variety of hairstyles. You can have wrinkle, curly hair, straight hair, but they're all feminine. Okay, so there's a huge degree of freedom as a woman. But if you're a lesbian, you have short, boyish looking hair. You always put on baggy jeans. Mostly you are obese, tattooed, pierced. Okay, so it's uniform. There's no diversity there. There's no individuality. There's no identity. Lesbianism wipes out your identity and chance for diversity. It's always short hair, baggy jeans, obesity. That's lesbians. Okay, they all look the same. That's why you don't need a gaydar, gay radar. It's obvious that you're lesbianism because that's the predatory ideology wipes out, swallow up your identity. You are a lesbian and you are nothing else. Okay? It's not about diversity, it's not about identity. It's about anti-identity, it's about anti-diversity. You're lesbian, there's nothing else. Okay? So self-contradiction, logically. Okay? That's what toxic ideologies is. Okay, so male gayism, same way. You can instantly tell that person is gay or not because male gays, oh, they always have this flamboyant. Okay, so they are contradicting themselves. They are male. They are born as male. They are male, but they try to look and feel like a woman. Just oh yeah, oh don't do that, don't do that. This is they're all same style, gay male gay style, right? There's no diversity. It swallows up the identity, wipes out male identity. So if you're masculine male, you can have long hair. I used to have long hair one time in my life. You can have long hair, okay? You can have short hair. You can shave your hair, whatever. You can have mustache. I'm not a huge fan of mustache. I don't like mustache because it's dirty. It collects food. It collects dirt. I am not a huge fan of mustache, but that's just me. So I'm always clean shaven. Sometimes I let it grow a little bit on the weekends. Okay, so but I'm not a huge fan of mustache. Did Jesus have mustache? More likely than not. Okay, so I'm against it still. I don't like everything about Jesus or what he did, what he said. I'm a critical leader, critical reader, critical listener. Okay, so I don't like everything about Jesus. Okay, there are things I don't like about Jesus or Bible or even God. Okay, I have my own individuality. Okay, are you a Republican? Do you really believe in every single agenda item Republican Party advocates for? I don't, and neither should you, nor should you, because you don't want this ideology of republicanism swallow you up. Okay, I am against this flat out anti-abortion. Okay, so because I'm a single guy and sometimes maybe once in a decade, yeah, I get to have sex. Okay, so most of the times they are all aged, yeah, like postmenopausal. women, but maybe once in a century I get to have sex with pre-menopausal women. Okay, women in their early 40s. Once in a century. Okay, yeah, then maybe condom may break once in a millennium. I'm 40 years old. I'm not a Dracula. I'm not a vampire. I'm a power is out and we have candlelight and everything. But I'm a human being. I'm not a vampire or Dracula. Okay. So yeah, I don't live up to like centuries or millennia. Okay. But we can imagine that. Okay. Maybe once in a while I get to have sex with premenopausal woman and maybe condom may break. Okay, I don't want to have that child. Okay, so personally I'm more pro-choice, 51% pro-choice. I understand pro-life argument. I'm kind of sympathetic to it. Okay, so I'm 49% pro-life, 51% pro-choice. Okay, so I'm not. Okay, if you're a human being, you're not a machine, you're not a parakeet, you're not a parrot. Okay, if you repeat the party lines as a Democrat or as a Republican, shame on you. You're wiping out your identity, your personal belief, because what? You wanna be the fucking president of the United fucking States? You wanna be a fucking United States senator? You wanna be a fucking governor? You're fucking legislator or state senator? Or you just lie to people? You sell out? You wipe out your own personal beliefs, you disguise, you pretend. Shame on you, okay? So, yeah, that's shameful. I'm not that, okay? Probably, possibly, potentially, maybe I never get elected, okay? Because I don't believe in every single agenda of Republican Party. No, I disagree with them, okay? Because I'm not a machine. I'm a human being. I will not sell out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to people just because I want to be elected. You don't want to vote for me, fine, then don't vote for me. Okay, I appreciate your opinions, your disagreement. That's why America. That's why what I like about America. We have freedom. Okay, but as time goes by, there are less and less degree of freedom in America. Okay, because people get spoiled, they get weakened because all this technological evolution, revolution, technological advancement. Our life has become so easy, so we are weak, we are spoiled. I'm not that. Why? Because I live in the same age as you do. I use internet. I have my cell phone. I have my car. Yeah, my life is easy, it's just like yours. But I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. I do what they tell me to do. That makes my life harder and more difficult. So that's so Jesus, God, Bible. That's the last hope because they can make our life very difficult. No matter how technologically easier our life has become, if you abide by the laws of the Bible, Jesus, and God, then your life can be very challenging and very difficult. That's my life. And I want it to be yours too. Okay? So that we still become very strong people, men and women. Okay? Very strong people. We get discipline. It's a self discipline. In democracy, capitalistic society like America, you can still become very strong person as long as you discipline yourself. Okay, so identity and individuality. Okay, so then don't let any some ideology swallow you up. Okay, maintain faith and let's call it a day. Okay, all right. Good night.